The autumn really has set in.
Here we go.
Like time away from life.
Yeah.
Welcome to Scope Talk Live. I'm your host, Chris Stanley. Scope Talk Live, the only show that talks about other periscopes. And here's my panel this week, Ron and Gail Bennington.
You know, it's, well, first of all, it is great to be back, but it's also hard to understand you when you're biting on a cigarette the entire time.
Well, I have a bum arm, my right arm. Check out the hardware, bro.
What happened, Jackpot?
Look at that broken wing. So sad.
Take these broken wings.
Shoulder surgery on Friday. Percocets today.
Yeah, I know. We watched. You got your
It's a
Percocets.
very lonely, sad scope.
It might have been the saddest of all scopes.
It's heartbreaking.
The thing is, I don't remember a lot of what I did or said during that scope.
Well, you picked up the nickname Sweaty.
It was very fucking hot out. I just got out of surgery.
No, it wasn't hot out. You were amped the fuck up.
Pain sweat.
Yes.
Pain sweat.
Yeah. But you were like a dog that had been hit by a car. You just kept going.
Wandering the streets.
Well, I hit 3 pharmacies before someone actually gave me a prescription.
I
By the
don't.
way, what happened with that? Why do people not have Percocets anymore? Is that not a thing?
I think they're afraid because in his junky neighborhood, they kill people for Percocets. But see, this is why you needed someone with you, because you would have said to the pharmacist, well then call someone and bring this fucking sick man some Percocet. Not make him go out and drag his fucking dead arm around. I was so mad. Gail said, why didn't he take me?
I know, I would have been there.
And you know what I said to her? He just doesn't know that you can get help from family and friends.
He's a lone wolf.
I put down an Uber driver as my contact to bring me
No,
home.
you didn't.
I swear to God, I put Ahmed. Ahmed's downstairs to bring me fucking back to Astoria.
No, you
That's
didn't.
the saddest thing.
Why would you do that when you have friends? Family?
Wait a minute, I just thought of something. If we could do an Uber family where you Uber somebody and they come in and act like a family member would.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. I'm looking for someone to care for me every once in a while.
Ahmed was very accommodating. by
Did
the
you give
way.
him 5 stars?
Oh, God, yeah. I hope he gave me 5.
Do you realize how Hunter Thompson you are right now? Ahmed must have been amazingly accommodating. He helped me with the gun shop.
This is back country.
We need to get him one of those long, what do you call those cigarette holders? Cigarette holders?
Yeah.
Cigarello.
No,
It's a cigarello, guys. I got this. Don't worry. I'm gonna cough one today.
Well, we haven't been doing any scope talk. Gail, what have you been scoping?
Well, you know, there was a couple of really BL heavy scope days.
Ugh.
She took a tour through Chinatown.
And that was the only watchable one, which you had Chris Stanley, which you had Joey Jojo. It was a fucking nightmare. Chris, I'm sure you didn't say it because you were perked up.
Oh, I was even perked up. I was still anesthesiaed up. That shit is fucking crazy. I blacked out for a fucking day. People kept telling me, you told me this already, dude. Like, no, fuck you. Hey, Ahmed, you believe what happened to me, dude? I can't feel my arm, bro. But yeah, I didn't see them. I didn't know what happened with this. All I know is about Chinatown.
Well, there was some strawberry fields. There was
That's
a
horrific.
awkward sing-along.
First of all, she fucking goes to Central Park. She goes to Strawberry Field. You're at us. I thought you were giving yourself a pose. But she took it so seriously, as if John Lennon had died 15 minutes ago.
What?
So uncomfortable.
That's bad producing.
And his Joe got fucking steamrolled by her. Steamrolled.
I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, I bossed that woman around.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it in the speed she went over the Manhattan Bridge. By the way, the least photogenic of all New York bridges. You know,
Brooklyn Bridge. You go
Beautiful.
to Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
beautiful.
Lesser known bridge, the Manhattan Bridge.
Yes. For a reason. It sucked.
There were some homeless guys by the beginning of it. Those guys were pretty cool.
Yeah, and
Tumble.
then later that day when she was steamrolling Joe, she started bothering street people
Oh, no.
that didn't want to be bothered.
Oh no, yeah, I had to stop her. I was like, stop talking to that man.
Yeah.
Stop it. He's fucking crazy. We gotta go.
You're not the craziest person in New York, BL. For a change,
It's shocking.
there are people crazier than you, wherever you are. So what else you got?
I saw, I'm always checking out Louis J. Gomez because he's an adorable
Great,
kid.
beautiful kid. So
Fighting with a little dog.
yeah, that was just fantastic. And I also saw Louis J. Gomez.
He's really working the
Can you
thing.
call it that?
He's trying to work
Yeah,
the
stay
angle.
like that. So this is the great one. Louis J. Gomez at Poughkeepsie with his opening acts that he was treating like shit. And telling them not to do too much local material. Not to be talking about the river, or as Louis said, keep some of that river meat on the bone for me. It was the funniest shit ever.
There was also a very short scope of him in the club. I
Yeah.
didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah, he was after party. Jay Moore on stage last night. That was
Yeah.
fun.
Saw it, loved it.
Yep.
It's
Any other Jay Moore you saw?
I saw Jay Moore. I'm trying to remember. It was like a couple
You
days ago.
saw him in a radio station.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw him. That was on I think Thursday, doing a radio gig, and they immediately made him launch into impressions. Like the second he walked in, he was just like hello, and then it was like, oh, and also don't you do a couple impressions that you'd like to do for us? That was pretty awkward.
Yeah,
But he
your
rolled with it.
son, asshole that he is, right?
He was also forced to do a scene from Jerry Maguire.
Oh my god.
And he had the script ready for him, and the guy on the radio said, this is actually my favorite movie. And Jay Moore's like, it is? Are you sure?
That is hilarious.
So they did a scene together where he fired him. Or he fired Jerry.
To bring it back to children, did you guys see Mopa Mike Eagle's Periscope over the weekend where he had his kid on for the kid's very first performance ever?
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that kid can whip and nay-nay. I'm telling you that right now.
You know what? Let's get Mike in here, and I have a scene from Jerry Maguire. I want to do with
No,
him.
why not?
I got a scope idea for today because I'm coming in the cab. Long line of people. Are you all right? My crane is dropping. But they're just packed out of the street around the block for the first big Microsoft opening store.
Oh shit!
Oh,
On
my God.
Fifth Avenue.
The Surface store.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, and it's everything that an Apple store was 10 years ago. But now it's Microsoft.
But now it's different.
Yeah. It's for people who don't care about being cool.
Did you catch any interesting random scopes? Just scoping the globe?
Well, I have been paying a lot more attention to Russia.
I love Russia. It's great.
Yeah, it's great. And if you're on late at night, it seems like every kid in school has a scope on, so you can see what Russian high school and college looks like.
Yeah, and for some reason nobody stops them from scoping their lessons.
I don't think the teachers understand it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So a kid is just sitting there and he's looking down at the phone. And I just heard these kids being screamed at by Russian. But you know what? The funny thing is kids act the same way all over the world. They don't A, they don't give a shit. B, they listen to the crappiest pop dance music ever. And then C, girls are constantly touching their hair while they look at their scope.
I was all over that scope for Hurricane Patricia. I stayed in Mexico,
Are you
Weather
right, Chris?
Channel. Chris?
You need to stop this.
No.
You're
Strong.
laying- No,
Strong.
you're not. You're lying down. You had your head on.
Look, I'm in this
She's
sling
in-
for 4 weeks. By the time this left arm's gonna be fucking jacked. Don't worry.
Really beefy left arm.
So you're laying down though, with your head on the table. We're worried about you. Why don't you read some stuff to us?
Cool.
We'll answer some questions.
Oh, Chris's breath stank. That's not nice. You can't even smell it from here. Hey, all right, look, let's get a little question and answer right here on Scope Talk Live. Also, share this. Hit the share broadcast button, everybody, and follow at the iBang on Twitter and Periscope.
By the way, that's another stupid thing that fucking BL is trying to tell people how to download Periscope.
He's like, download the iBang
At Periscope.
at Periscope, and that's where you're gonna get all the hearts. What?
Yeah, I had to tell her share. That's the operative word for Periscope.
She had
Share.
forgotten, and Joey wouldn't correct her. So then I was like pulling the plug on them because I said, you're talking crazy, and I didn't want her to get beat up. And then she was yelling at me, no, please. He can't get help. please let me stay on Periscope. And I'm like, it's not that big a deal.
This is my show. She also kept calling her show Talkscope Live. She's
Yeah,
like,
bullshit.
just download the Talkscope Live app.
She's an idiot. She's a fucking moron.
Oh, they want to know what the temperature is here.
It's cold as shit today.
It's too cold.
Maybe just because I still have my cold, but I'm dying out here.
The leaves are changing though.
I think it's
here in New
15
York.
degrees. Yeah.
Missouri,
The leaves are changing and they're not being fun anymore.
Missouri says, "What's up?
What's up, Missouri?
What's up, Missouri?"
Show me.
World Series predictions. Scope Talk Live. Want to give me some World Series predictions?
First of all, I think it's a toss-up. Slight edge for pitching to the Let's Go Mets go.
I think it's gonna be the Mets.
I think it's going to be fun though,
Yeah.
and I'll be certainly laughing if the Mets lose.
Guess what? Mets in 5, baby. They win in fucking City
5.
Field.
Okay.
That's my prediction, dogs.
And you're going to be running through the streets. There's another scope.
Oh, yeah.
The night that this fucking idiot.
That was amazing. No one can fucking take that away
Dude,
from me.
Here's the result. You're out. Bing! Get Chris's signed on.
All right.
It happened in unison with the goal.
Game 4. Mets Cubs. I'm in the doorway of a bar with the fucking with my thumb over the start broadcast fucking button. As soon as that last fucking out hit, I fucking nailed it. I fucking nailed it. It was amazing. It was such good timing.
It would have been great, like it was one of those things where everyone disagrees with the ump and we have to see it. Shut back up. But Gail did an impression of you to me during the bar runaround.
These are the best fucking days of our lives. To no one, maybe? I'm not.
I was by
once
myself.
again-
I was by myself.
Once again, did you know any of the people that you were screaming?
Well, I
at?
made friends and I started buying people shots.
I saw that.
Here's
Friendly.
the other thing was his cigarette impulses. You brought up
Yes.
to me.
This is the best. You bum a cigarette at the beginning of the scope. By the end of the scope, you have to bum one because you're out of cigarettes. You're like, here you go, my friend. Then you're like, oh, smokes. Somebody better hit me up.
I got some cigarettes though from a wonderful Mets fan.
I used to have a friend when I was in high school that every time that we'd buy a fucking eighth together, he'd come into the party and dump it on the table. I'm like, motherfucker. You're supposed to last. We ain't made a coke. We fucking need this.
This will get us started.
You know, we're not talking about inviting chicks over. This is all like fucking random dudes.
Oh no! Get the
Yeah,
fuck away
yeah.
from that shit.
I'll tear your nostril out. Yeah, this idiot, he fucking went through his own smokes and it's asking for them.
Yeah, by the end of the scope.
You know,
yeah.
that's what they're saying. Like, if you took all the fucking money in the world and divided up equally, poor people would go back to being poor and rich people would go back to being rich.
No.
And Chris Stanley proves that. Because he would go through his cash like there's no tomorrow.
Get
No,
a dollar, spend
no.
a dollar. Get a dollar, spend a dollar.
I was very proud of that scope though, for the timing and just the excitement of it all. It was so
Yeah,
fun.
it was fun.
Really.
And then you stagger out and scream, I gotta get in a taxi. I do of his scream in the middle of a bar with a stranger.
These are the best days of our fucking lives.
Why would you yell that?
Because it's true.
Because the Mets won.
Yes, Mets sweep the fucking shitty Cubs and fucking kill Back to the Future and their fucking shitty hopes. Yeah, hell yeah.
Best days of your life, and I have a mind that you just became a Mets fan.
No, lifelong. Always lived in Queens. Always.
Yeah, but
Check it
never
out,
wear
bro.
that hat.
No, this was in storage. Check it out. This shit's dope.
By storage, he means Modell's. Man, I wish we saved all this for our show. No,
Just
we got
play this
nothing.
back.
Yeah,
Well, thanks for coming on with it on Scope Talk Live. Love it.
you just called us Snoop Talk 5. We're the Snoop Talk 5? I
deep
think
Deep
Only
things.
three of
All right.
us, though.
All right, Chris swallows jizz. I don't swallow jizz. What kind of cigar, Ron?
This is a Romeo and Juliet top.
Romeo and Julieta Bros.
Or as the black guys say, is that Cuban? Is that Cuban? Yes, that's the only fucking cigar. If I see people drinking coffee, is it Colombian?
Let's see. Do you like cum? I'm sure it's directed at me, and no, I do not.
First of all, everyone does.
Stupid question.
Is this the perks talking? I did pop a perk before the show. I wasn't.
Did you?
I wasn't sure if I was gonna, make it on the train. I don't even want to bump into
I
you.
understand. You're in pain for a change. You don't have to. This is a party poke. Well, last night he said to me how much he's taking his painkillers and how much his arm still hurts. I'm like, isn't it funny how painkillers do not kill pain?
It's in the
They're
dick.
great to get high with,
Yeah.
but they do not kill pain.
I feel good, but if I move my arm, it fucking hurts. Why is my head so big? I don't know. Genetics.
That's not the kind of things that we expected.
Come on, this is Scope Talk Live.
And plus, he can't hold it as far as he normally does.
Yeah.
That's why I have to dip in like that.
When you had your head laid down, I really felt bad.
The scope is killing him.
I hear some scope talk since the questions all suck. Did you guys see another attempt by Joey Jojo? He and his fucking sissy friends going out and shooting each other with paintballs.
I did.
Oh, yeah,
see
I
it.
saw that,
It was very
yeah.
brief.
It was brief, and also that's the fucking dumbest thing ever to do on a Saturday night for fucking young guys living in Brooklyn.
I
It
know.
wasn't even paintball. It was laser tag.
Pussies.
And then I think his title was Shootout in NYC.
I know. I was like, fuck, good, he's on to something.
Yeah.
Oh, this fucking pisses me off. Earl should be scope talking for us because he was at that Black Lives Matter where
shit.
Quentin Tarantino was talking.
You could have had fucking QT on the
We
goddamn
gotta get
scope.
him on the program.
Yeah, you gotta be on Snoop Talk Drive.
Scope Talk Live. Share. Hit the share broadcast
You're at
button.
Snoop Walk Drive.
With no talk live.
Snoop us. Snoop us, please.
Download the app.
He's trying to get his thumb in.
That's all I could do with his hand. It's fucked.
Every time I'm mad at you today, I'm punching the arm.
Please don't.
You know what? My
Please don't.
favorite thing too is that for some reason your eye had died on your right hand side.
Dude,
What happened?
they killed my nerve. And so I couldn't feel my right arm, my neck, my ear, the right side of my neck, my right ear, and the right side of my face. So that's why I looked like I got punched in the face fucking for a half hour.
You
It
look
was
like
horrible.
a prize fighter.
I thought Ahmed fucking slammed you.
It was terrible. I know what it's like to be paralyzed now. I'm fucking not even kidding.
That's why they were denying him those parts. No
Fucking
way
assholes.
this is real.
Scumbag fucking pharmacists.
This fucking slip and fall asshole.
Probably didn't help me going in there yelling, I need Percocet. Give me this.
So share it up, share and share like.
Hit that share broadcast.
And are we still going to do Snoop Talk Live, or is it time to start inventing some new programming?
I don't know. I mean, I'm very fond of the show. It's nice that I keep getting asked back on the panel.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for being on the panel this week again. I think Scope Talk Live is strong STL. Why can't there be more programming in addition to Scope Talk Live?
Because Scope Talk Live is starting to feel like it sucks.
No.
You laid your head down during the show.
It's because of that's health reasons for the host, okay? It's not because of the content of the actual show, all right? I'm hurt. Check it out.
Yeah, give it a close up.
Check that shit. I feel like Gronk right now. It's real.
You look just like Rob.
Thank you very
So
much.
true.
I'm going on that cruise.
Yeah. Wow, what are all those weird things over there?
A bunch of emojis just came in. They've disappeared though. Shitload of hearts. I'm telling you right
If
now.
anybody gives you emojis, you should block them.
Okay, you're blocked, buddy. I think that's how it works on
I'm trying to
Periscope.
think of who else I saw do scopes over the weekend. Very late, right?
Yeah, it was a light scope. I was scoping a lot of random people. I saw my first nudity on scope
Oh.
in London, and I've been surprised how.
I don't know how they
it's
keep
been.
it. Yeah, I don't know how they keep it off there. They do an amazing job.
But the guy was on there, whipped his D out, and then just started saying, "Get out of this room if you're a guy, because that's fucking gross. This is for the ladies. Get the fuck out. That's gross. I don't even know why you're here." That works.
I went to one called Let's Talk English, and it was in like Kazakhstan or Georgia or Russia or something. And two girls were like this. Yeah, we really like to drink tea. Tea is so good. Right? Ask us some questions in English, please. So I said like Putin or Obama, and they're like, oh, Putin's up here, Obama's down here.
Loyal.
And then the girl just goes like this. I guess practicing her English. This is my tea, this is my cup, this is my friend, and this is me. Like,
This is adorable.
I would have these fucking girls on our show every day.
Is this an SNL sketch?
We just really like tea. It's so good to drink. It That's so edgy, I guess, where you are.
So exotic, this team.
Yeah.
People are saying best scope ever. This show's the best. They're loving it.
One person scoped that, and that's all you got.
Ronnie B is the greatest.
We're supposed to forget all about the we suck cum people or whatever they are.
Those, don't worry about them. The cum people are always going to be cum.
I would never hear.
That was the first question that came in. I was like, I gotta find a question here.
Gotta curate these.
Best scope. All right, they say I have a Fez shirt on.
Let's get out of here.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for being on Scope Talk Live, aka STL. Thank you to my panelists, Ron and Gail Bennington. And the Bennington show will be on... The Bennington show will be on Raw Dog Comedy Hits Comedy Club 99 at noon East.